Life as a child star was normal life for me. I never really saw myself as anything special or different other than the fact that I worked at a young age. When I was on the Golden Girls, I played Rue McClanahan's granddaughter. I was in the talent show, and this was behind me in the talent show. And so they all signed it. Betty White said, "I'll be watching your star rise." Little did she know. And then it's signed by Rue and B. Arthur and Estelle Getty, which is pretty cool. I remember going in and knowing that this was my role. I was gonna be the star of this movie. My hair was very straight. I did not have curly hair. Yes, that is true. I had to have a perm. I think I had 2 perms, and then they would curl my hair every day anyway. Rough life, part of the gig, you know? I think that John Hughes had something about him that was really special. He was a genius. He just had a really close connection to the kids that he worked with. He felt like a family member. He was like a very parental figure. I think the comparison between me and Macaulay Culkin was that I was the girl in a John Hughes movie and he was the boy in a John Hughes movie, and it was around the same time. I can remember lying to people and telling them that he was my boyfriend. I never met him, so he wasn't my boyfriend. But I think that in my head, he was my boyfriend because we were in the same club. My decision to leave the business, it wasn't fun for me anymore. There was no joy in it for me because I think I just wanted to be doing normal kid things. I went to high school. I had a boyfriend who was on the soccer team. I, went to parties. But, Curly Sue was always very present. I don't think my bottom was necessarily what you would expect. I wasn't, passed out with a needle in my arm. That was never my story. So it was more of this emptiness and this loneliness and this, what am I doing with my life and why am I here? And, a lot of questioning. And I made a call to my mom and another person who was sober, and they helped me. And I went into treatment, and I've been sober ever since. Listen to that fire, all this desire, baby. Well, it's gone, it's dead and gone. You took me down. I had been working so much with other people, I was in a lot of bands, and this is the first time I sort of took a step away and just did my own project. I mean, totally, completely independent. And, chose who I was going to work with, chose where I was going to record, and the kind of music that I wanted to make. So it's really personal. I mean, it's my first album as a mother, as a wife. I think it's got a little bit more of a mature vibe than anything I've ever done before. I can remember when you told me that I'd be the one. My good friend Adam Lambert and I like to joke that the album is California folk. With a side of Topanga chic. Yeah, wait, hold on, ready? Send me all the letters. I think anyone that's had ups and downs would have regrets about leaving a career that was solidified at such a young age. Because of course you're always gonna look back and say, oh, I would be richer if I had stayed in the business, or maybe I would have won an Academy Award by now, or maybe I would have gotten that role that, there's always thoughts. I don't know if I feel like they're regrets, because I absolutely love my life today and I wouldn't change it for anything.